Continue to share your high school and continue to engage with us in the chat. Next slide, please. Some of you may be asking, what is dual enrollment? Well, the College and Career Completion Act of 2013 established a number of requirements designed to increase college and career readiness as well as degree completion in Maryland. With the rapidly changing economy and focus on increasing the number of students to enroll in remedial courses in college, students who enter college prepared typically benefit from improved persistence and are more likely to complete a degree. Dual enrollment allows the opportunity for high school students to get engrossed in the college experience by taking college level courses, some of which also yield high school high school graduation credit. These courses are called dual credit courses. Dual credit courses appear both on your high school and college transcript, and the ones on your high school transcript actually are weighted on the 5.0 scale. Many of these courses the students take through dual enrollment are also transferable to 2-year and 4-year college experiences. Next slide, please. In order to participate in dual enrollment, students must be in the 11th grade or the 12th grade on the first day in which of the semester in which the course is offered. This applies to rising 11th and 12th graders during the summer semester. So 10th graders, I know there are a lot of you out there. This is your first opportunity to participate in dual enrollment during the upcoming summer 2023 semester. If there are any ninth graders out there, you have to wait just a little bit longer to participate, but we may have a program for you too if you reach out to our office. Students must also have a minimum cumulative grade point average of 2.5 and be in good academic and financial standing with Prince George's Community College. Those students with a 2.5 GPA but less than a 3.0 also need to have a qualifying test score, such as AccuPlacer, which many of you have already taken at your high school, your SAT, or your ACT scores. Next slide, please. Let's talk about cost. Well, for dual enrollment, tuition is actually free for our students. And normally, students and their families are only responsible for the cost of fees and textbooks. Next slide. But this semester, for the summer 2023 and fall 2023 semesters, we are happy to announce that dual enrollment is completely free for all eligible students, regardless of free and reduced meals or farm status. That's right, tuition, fees, and textbooks will be covered for all eligible participants, and there's not going to be any coupon clipping required. But in order to take advantage of this excellent opportunity that's afforded you, students must adhere to the defined PGCC and PGCPS application and registration process. That means that you're only applying and registering to dual enroll and that you're meeting all program deadlines. This information about the process is going to be contained in tonight's presentation and an upcoming presentation that we'll have, as well as emails from MD Completion at pgcc.edu, your COAST advisor, and our dual enrollment representative. So make sure that you're checking your emails regularly, students, your PGCC email and your dual enroll email every single day. Next slide, please. I want to put this cost savings in perspective for you. As a disclaimer, tuition rates that I'll be speaking about are the actual tuition amounts for in-county and in-state students for the spring 2023 semester. Suppose you're a high school student who wants to eventually earn a bachelor's degree from the University of Maryland College Park. Consider these paths. The first is of a dual enrollment student who completes 15 credit hours as a dual enrollment student and continues to complete their associate degree in 1.5 years at Prince George's Community College, and then transfers to the University of Maryland College Park to complete their bachelor's degree in 2 years. Notice that the total tuition cost is going to be $23,876 for that student. That's no tuition for dual enrollment, just over $4,000 in tuition for a 1.5 years at Prince George's Community College, and then just under $20,000 for the 2 final years at University of Maryland. The second path to the right is an example of a student who chooses not to participate in dual enrollment, does not attend Prince George's Community College, but graduates from high school and goes directly to University of Maryland College Park. That student would end up spending a total of about $39,544 just for their 4 years at University of Maryland College Park. So this student or parent will end up spending about $15,000 more on tuition alone. And this doesn't include your fees or your room and board, which could be an additional $10,000 to $15,000 more per academic year. Now, I want you to just imagine for a moment what you could do with an extra $15,000. Some of you may be advocating to your parents to purchase you a car. Maybe you need a new laptop. Maybe you want a big graduation celebration. Imagine the savings that you can have with $15,000. In addition to significant cost savings, Prince George's Community College offers many institutional scholarships, including the Prince George's Promise Scholarship, and we have articulation agreements with many four-year colleges and universities to ensure a seamless transfer from the community college to a four-year college or university. If you're interested in learning more about how dual enrollment will impact your college decision after high school, I encourage you to meet with your COAST advisor or dual enrollment representative. Next slide, please. While dual enrollment is not designed for associate degree attainment, while in high school, it does allow students to become prepared for the college experience. The dual enrollment programs allows high school students to get prepared with various college courses that will enable them to explore their interests early and prepare for the rigor of college courses. Dual enrollment helps students to save time. Students who take college courses while they're attending high school will save time when they go to their respective 2 or 4-year college universities. As I mentioned in the previous slide, you can take a number of credits to dual enrollment and have a decent dent in your academic course load for your college courses. Finally, and my most favorite reason for participating in dual enrollment is that students save money or families save money. Students who take advantage of the dual enrollment program have the potential to earn a number of college credits while they're still in high school. How can a student earn up to 18 credits? I'm glad you asked. If a student is qualified to take dual enrollment courses the summer before their junior year, they will have 6 semesters that they can participate in dual enrollment. And if they take one 3-credit course for each semester, they have obtained 18 credits, which could potentially meet their first semester requirements for their respective 2 or 4-year institutions, especially if they're planning to attend college in the state of Maryland. Many dual enrollment students take advantage of taking general education courses that transition to any college major that they plan to pursue. So it's also important to know that Prince George's Community College has a number of articulation agreements with Maryland colleges and universities, as well as some colleges and universities outside of the state of Maryland, where you can easily transfer courses from dual enrollment to those colleges. Next slide, please. Prince George's Community College is a pathways institution. We launched this initiative in 2018 to enhance the student experience and speed up success. It is now easier for students to choose their academic or career options and to be confident that they made the right choice. Pathways also provide students with a clear map to success in achieving their goals with tools to stay on track, saving time and money. In partnership with Prince George's County Public Schools, there are a number of Prince George's Community College courses that students can take and also receive high school credit for. A complete list of these courses can be found on the PGCPS dual enrollment website by visiting www.pgcps.org/dual enrollment. Your PGCC COAST advisor or dual enrollment representative will also be able to provide course recommendations based on your prospective college majors. Consideration will be given to students who will continue their studies at Prince George's Community College after high school graduation, and to those who choose to transfer to other colleges and universities. Now, some of our most popular dual enrollment courses taken by students are English 1010, Composition 1, Expository Writing. And for those of you who may have heard the little rumor that if students take English 1010, it actually satisfies their English 12 high school requirement, it absolutely does if you take and pass that course through dual enrollment. Other courses include general psychology, general biology, and introduction to business, to name a few. Next slide. Dual enrollment students are real college students and are held to the same academic standards as all other college students. We have some practices in place to help students transition to the academic rigors of college level courses. Such things are restrictions on when students can take fully online courses and recommendations on the number of courses students can take each academic year. There are a number of expectations that we have for our dual enrollment students. Students must demonstrate readiness to meet academic expectations. Students are strongly encouraged to meet with their academic advisor, their coast advisor, or PGCC dual enrollment representative for course advisement prior to selecting courses. Students will be taking real college classes, and you will be receiving real grades and meeting real college students and professors and staff. Students must take ownership and accountability for their own learning and must advocate for themselves. Finally, another thing is students always mention that the most difficult part of participating in dual enrollment is time management. But through this experience, students can learn how to manage their time better, because students will have to adhere to both the PGCPS and the PGCC academic calendars. This means that you may have college classes even when PGCPS is closed, and vice versa. Also, keep in mind that college and high school calendars don't always align. So you may have classes even when you don't have your high school classes. You will have college classes perhaps even when you don't have high school classes. But the expectation is that you still attend your college classes. As students are preparing to select courses for the summer semester, it's important that you consider all that you have planned for this summer. Remember that travel and vacations are not excuses for missing your college classes, and your college professors are not required to provide makeup work or reteach any material that you miss. Now, I know that the list of expectations seems very long, but with these expectations also comes some very great impacts for students. The first is that dual enrollment strengthens the students' aspirations as well as confidence in their academic success. It increases the possibility of students obtaining a college degree, and college and high school transcripts are part of your permanent record, so being successful is key. We want all dual enrollment students to be successful in their experience with us. So in addition to very dedicated dual enrollment staff, students have access to all of our academic and student support services, such as the Tutoring and Writing Center, Math Learning Center, Disability Support Services, mentoring groups like Diverse Male Student Initiative, or DMSI, and Women of Wisdom, WOW. Students, if you need help while you're participating in dual enrollment and taking college classes, there are resources available to you, but you must be proactive and self-advocate in a timely and respectful manner. As a high school student, you have 2 transcripts to maintain: your high school as well as your college transcript. Next slide, please. This slide actually just gives you information about how we offer courses throughout the summer semester. So again, be mindful of your high school schedule. Some of the summer semester actually overlaps with the PGCPS school year, and it may also overlap with some summer plans that you already have prepared. So it's very important that you understand how these courses are offered so that you can plan your summer accordingly. Summer courses are offered in 10 and 15-week terms. These courses are shorter in duration, but meet more days per week. And your summer classes will typically meet 3 to 4 days per week. Our first term in the summer semester, first and second term, our first term actually meets for 10 weeks. Our second term meets for the first half, 5 weeks, actually begins on May 30th. And our third term, which again meets for 5 weeks, actually starts on July 5th. Next slide, please. And for our fall semester, courses are offered in the 15, 12, and 7-week terms. These courses typically meet 1 to 2 days per week. And the 12 and 7-week courses are accelerated courses and are shorter in duration than the full semester or 15-week courses, but there's the same amount of coursework. So if you're looking at taking those accelerated courses, just remember that the work that you're doing is going to be compacted into a shorter time frame. So you want to make sure that you stay on top of getting those assignments done, those reading assignments done, submitting your work, because again, there's not necessarily makeup work at the college level. Next slide. In addition to those services, Prince George's Community College's average class size is about 18, and the average age of our students is about 30. So you're going to be engrossed in experience with real college students. with diverse perspectives. And we encourage as you enter your class that you also share your perspectives as well. As dual enrollment students, you are real college students, again, in real college classes taught by real college faculty. One of those faculty members is my colleague, Professor Aaron Large, who teaches in the math department at Prince George's Community College. Now, I got to tell the story about how I originally met Professor Large. I tell this story anytime I can. I was actually working with another program, a summer program on campus, and there were students who came on campus who were seemingly very down about whatever class they were in. And they went into this room, and apparently they met with this professor, and students actually came out smiling. Students came out feeling confident. So when this gentleman came out, I said, "Well, what is your name and what do you teach?" And he says, "I'm Professor Large and I teach mathematics." And I was like, "Oh, that's now I see why people were sad when they were coming in." I said, "Well, why were people happy when they were coming out?" And he was telling me that he actually provided services to his students who struggled in math. And I actually literally saw the confidence built in students. So I've asked Professor Large to come out and share the experience from a faculty perspective of what you can expect as a dual enrollment student. Thank you for joining us, Professor Large.
Good evening, everyone who's on this session. Thank you for coming and definitely appreciate being a part of this. Thank you, Raymond, for inviting me. But I think it's important for students to know it's a big transition going from high school coming to a collegiate level. But our expectations aren't more than what you're really asking for right now. One of the things I heard in one of the previous slides is that you're responsible for your own learning. As you are in your high school right now, even more so when you get to the collegiate level. What we mean by that, responsible for your own learning, is that you have to build relationship with your professors, and that means that talking to them, going to office hours. We expect you to participate in classes, classroom discussion, and as Raymond said, we want to hear your perspective too. I tell all my students, I'm not just teaching; it's not a one-way street; it's a two-way street. So every time I talk to my students, I'm getting the insight into how they're thinking so I can diagnose, what's going on. So I'm learning also. Um, and you got to be, as we said before, proactive in class. You got to participate. That's what we expect, being part of the conversation, being part of the group, and not getting into a shell and sharing what you want to bring to the table. Because trust me, you'll bring things that some people haven't thought about. And a lot of times, um, I teach math. A lot of times, the math I'm teaching will be fresher in your brain than a student who may be returning back to college after 3 or 4 years. And we depend on you to share your knowledge, share with the group. Um, we expect you to build good habits. And it's so easy in college, to lose some good habits. For example, getting to class on time. It's not like high school where, the bell rings and everybody, you're in the classroom before the bell ring. Here, there's no bells ringing. You're responsible for getting to your class on time. You're responsible for being prepared for your class and bringing materials in that you need for the class. It's not going to be no one telling you. Your instructor's not going to tell you, you don't have your calculator. Let me give you a calculator. You're not going to have a calculator because we don't pass out calculators to everybody in class. And I think the biggest thing, what I'm learning, what I'm seeing this last few years is that we struggle. A lot of people use a cell phone, and the biggest distraction I see in classes is students on their cell phones constantly, not necessarily doing the Kahoot or doing work, but looking at social media. So my expectations of my classroom is to resist using your cell phone during lecture and really be actively listening. Because when you're actively listening, then you're actively learning. And the biggest thing I think you should take away from this experience is just enjoy the experience. We have a bunch of clubs here. We had a club fair, probably over 25 different clubs and different things you can participate in as a college student. I'm also the sponsor for the Latino Student Association, and we offer different activities and things we do on campus for all students, not just for Latinos. This chess club. Another young man I met and realized we had a tennis club. One of my students said, "Yeah, I have a club." And believe it or not, time will go fast. So it, you looking into this program says a lot about you already and about your ambition. And once you get into the program, I didn't say if, I say once you get into the program, know that time will go fast. And you got to be thinking about the next 4-year institution you want to transfer to. So I do look forward to meeting each and every one of you that if you hop on campus, just ask for Professor Large. Most of the students know me. Most of them have my telephone number. They say, well, I don't have him, but here goes his number. Shoot him a text. Don't call him. Shoot him a text, and I will get back to you if you put your name on it. So once again, I do look forward to meeting each and every one of you on campus, and it's going to be an incredible experience for you if you decide to take it.
Thank you so much, Professor Lodge, for sharing this advice with our students. Certainly is invaluable, and we thank you for coming out. And Susan, I hope that you're able to connect with Professor Large, especially for those of you who perhaps are struggling in math. And I know he's a really, really good math teacher. So one of my favorites. So again, thank you, Professor Large.
Yes, sir.
Next up, we want to give you an opportunity to hear from one of our students and hear their story. So we have a video actually prepared from Miss Jamie Menendez, who not only participated in the dual enrollment program, but also matriculated to Prince George's Community College after high school graduation and completed her associate's degree. Here's Jamie's story.
To get to graduation, I have overcome many challenges. One of them is that I'm an immigrant, and I was born in El Salvador, and I came here at a young age. I thought that there weren't many opportunities for me to come and continue my education. I searched up in the PGCC website if there were any scholarships available. And luckily, from being a dual enrollment student back in high school, I was able to apply for a scholarship, which is D2D. And also, I was able to apply to another scholarship, which is the Promise Scholarship. Of course, it was something that my mother had instilled with me because it's something my family didn't get a chance to have. I made the decision to further my education and be the first one in my family to come to college and graduate. And here I am. I'm a first generation student, and it was all due to her love, her support, and her presence there. I think PGCC has given me an opportunity that I've never thought I would have. I'm going to transfer to the University of Maryland, and I earned a full ride scholarship. Honestly, a dream come true. And I think that I owe a lot of that to PGCC because they had some great resources and they made me realize that I had more potential than I believed. My name is Jamie Menendez Solorzano, and I'm a proud PGCC graduate.
Wow, the truth is that we have so many excellent stories like that from our dual enrollment students, and really generally across the board students who actually attend and graduate from Prince George's Community College. We offer a number of different resources to students, and it's in our name, Prince George's Community College. We truly are a community when you come here, and you'll find that there are always students walking in the hall, having a good time, supporting, and faculty staff are very supportive of our students. And as Jamie sort of mentioned in her story, I kind of gave you earlier some breakdown of costs, but you can see that when she came to Prince George's Community College, she did receive that Promise Scholarship. And then when she made her transition to University of Maryland College Park, she also received a full scholarship as well. So that can be very true for many students who are right now thinking about and considering this opportunity. So again, this is a great opportunity. So next slide, please. So Prince George's Community College offers a number of modalities for students to take courses. Currently we offer face-to-face, hybrid, structured, remote, and online courses. And we hope that this will be, we anticipate this being the same for the summer and fall semesters. So our face-to-face classes, students are welcome to come to take classes in person at one of our 3 campus locations. So we have, many of you are familiar with our Largo campus, but we also have the University Town Center campus location in Hyattsville, near the mall at Prince George's. And then we also have our Laurel College Center location. These classes have scheduled meetings in days and times, but you be sure when you're selecting your courses that you consider the location. For example, if you live in the southern part of the county, it might be pretty difficult to get to the Lower College Center, and vice versa, but we have these locations spread throughout the campus. Our hybrid courses allow the students the flexibility of scheduled meetings either on campus or remotely, or scheduled virtual meetings, and as well as online work. This format is less frequent face-to-face meetings, but does allow students to connect with other professors and classmates frequently. Our structured remote courses are much like you all's virtual learning. When school was closed during the pandemic, these courses are scheduled virtual meetings. Students join these classes via Zoom at specified days at specified times. So all students who participate in dual enrollment, just starting out, have the ability to take classes from the face-to-face, hybrid, or structured remote, or distance even remote format. The final course format we have are online asynchronous courses. These courses do not have meeting days and times, and students will complete their work with due dates online. Students are required to complete at least 6 credit hours face-to-face, hybrid, or structured remote, or distance remote with a 2.5 or greater college GPA in order to qualify for the asynchronous online courses. And you'll see those denoted when you begin to make your course request, and we'll talk about the timeline for that. All course formats do require students to engage in discussions and modules and submit their assignments via Canvas. And we know that many of you are already using Canvas through your Prince George's County Public School instruction, but Prince George's Community College has its own instance of Canvas, our learning management system that you would utilize to connect with your classes, engage in those discussions, and submit your assignments. Another format that's really interesting that I'm going to invite one of my colleagues, Ms. Terry, to join me to talk about are the ability to take classes right from your high school. So Ms. Terry is joining me this evening, is going to talk about an exciting opportunity through our Dual in the School program. Welcome, Ms. Terry.
Thank you, Raymond, and thank everyone for joining us tonight. Next slide, please. My name again is Tawana Terry, and I am the program manager for Dual in the School, or DITS program. And what that means is Dual in the School program offers college courses within the high school setting. That's right, in your high school during the daytime. Courses are taught by credentialed and qualified high school teachers at your school. This is not offered at each school. There are select schools. It eliminates you traveling to the campus, to any of our satellite campuses and our main campus, and classes are held during the school day for your convenience. Next slide. Currently, the program is only offered at certain public schools in the county. The schools that participate currently are Duval High School, Gwynn Park High School, Friendly High School, and we recently added Central High School in Surrattsville. For more information regarding the Dual in the School program, please contact me via email at terrytl@pgcc.edu, or reach out to your COAST advisor at these particular participating high schools. If you have a question for me tonight, I am in the chat as well, and I am very happy and willing to answer any questions that you may have about our new part of Dual in the School programs. This program you also apply as you would with the rest of the dual enrollment program. The deadlines are the same. The only difference in this program is that it's held within your high school. Thank you.
And thank you so much, Ms. Terry. And I think that's a perfect segue, because I know many students and families are really excited to learn the deadlines, those dates, as well as the application process. So on our next slide, we're going to talk about that. First of all, students, I want to tell you that it's important that you follow all application steps for successful registration in the dual enrollment program at Prince George's Community College. Many, again, of you have already taken the placement test, the AccuPlacer at your high school, or have an acceptable alternative placement. Now that you've done that, what you should be doing now is meeting with your COAST advisor or dual enrollment representative to talk about the course options that are the right fit for you. All of our dual enrollment students are to use the Dual Enroll site that we have to apply and request courses for the summer and or fall 2023 semesters. Now, you don't have access to dual enroll just yet. When our application opens, you will receive a link by email, by invitation, to take to apply and register for your request registration for your courses. So only students who complete the application by the April 27th deadline will be permitted to participate in dual enrollment for the summer and or fall 2023 semesters and be eligible for that free tuition, fees, and textbook. Now, the dual enroll site will open on April 12th for the summer and fall 2023 semesters. It's very important that you know that we conduct summer and fall registration at the same time. So students, you don't have to take classes for both semesters. You can take some summer classes or fall classes. You can take summer classes and fall classes. But if you're considering either one of those semesters, you must complete your application between April 12th and April 27th. Now, many students I know see that deadline and say, this is the date that I start the process. There are multiple steps in the application process that need to be completed prior to that April 27th deadline. That includes the completion of your application through dual enroll. For new students, you have to complete a new student orientation process, and you must also obtain parent consent. So please don't wait until the 27th to start this process. As soon as you get that link, you want to get in there and start the enrollment steps. For our continuing students who have already participated in dual enroll, there are going to be some things that you have to do as well. We're going to encourage you to go in and confirm your high school information, your counselor information, confirm you and your parents' contact information, phone numbers, emails, cell phone numbers, because we want to make sure that you're getting all the information in a timely manner and that you're making those course requests so that you can get that parent consent in any timely manner. Now, I want to be sure that you're paying attention. When does the dual enrollment application open up? Can you put in the chat and tell me when the application opens? And I'll give you a hint. It's on the screen. When does our dual enrollment application open at Prince George's Community College? Let me see you give me that date. April 12th. Oh, okay, I see them. Bunch of dates just popped up. April 12th, April 12th, April 12th, April 12th. Wonderful. Somebody is listening. Now, I have another question for you. When does the dual enrollment application close at Prince George's Community College? When does the application close at Prince George's Community College? All right, I see April 27th. So I'm holding you all accountable for putting those dates in your calendar, in your cell phones. Write it down in your to-do list. Make sure that you remember that the application opens on April 12th and closes on April 27th. That's right, Ms. Conboy. No exceptions on the closing of the application, April 27th. So get in there early when you get that link to apply, to request your courses. Wonderful. I'm glad to see that there's some parents in here listening and making sure that your students are doing the things that they need to do in a timely as well. Now, and again, this is for both summer and fall semester. These are the deadlines and the dates for the summer and fall semesters. So don't delay. If you need assistance with anything related to dual enrollment, please reach out to your COAST advisor or dual enrollment representative, and I'll provide information on how to contact them in just a moment. Next slide, please. So this is just part one, and I know we've provided a lot of information tonight, but we don't want to overwhelm you with and put you into information overload. So we invite you all to join part two of our information session, which will be on Monday, April 10th, 2023 at 6 o'clock p.m. Same bat time, same bat place. At that session, we will be getting you all ready and discussing the application and registration steps for summer and fall 2023. Notice this session actually happens just before the application is slated to open. So we want to make sure that you're familiar with the dual enroll platform and that you have all the information that you need to be successful with your application and registration for request. But for now, we want you to connect with your COAST advisor or dual enrollment representative to discuss which courses might be a good fit for you. Next slide, please. So some of you have been asking, how do I meet with my COAST advisor? How do I determine who my COAST advisor is? Well, you can visit us on the web at www.pgcc.edu/COAST. And we'll leave this slide up for just a moment for you to be able to capture that information. And I'm sure it's going to appear in the chat very shortly, but you'll be able to search for your COAST advisor by looking up your high school. And if your school does not have a COAST advisor, we provided an email address for you to connect with your school's dual enrollment representative. The teams at Prince George's Community College and Prince George's County Public Schools are excited to provide this amazing opportunity and are here to support you along the way. So if you have any questions, please visit our websites or contact us by email regarding the dual enrollment process. Some of you are asking, is this session being recorded? This session will remain on YouTube for your viewing pleasure and for additional information later on. Next slide, please. Again, I want to thank you all for coming out and getting this information. This time spent is an investment in you or your child's education. So we thank you for taking time to learn about the dual enrollment program at Prince George's Community College. We do want to ask that you take just 2 minutes to complete a brief evaluation of this session. We constantly want to improve on the experience that students and families have when they attend our dual enrollment information sessions. The link is going to be in the chat. The link is also going to be in the YouTube description for those of you who are rewatching the broadcast. And I want to send a special thank you to Professor Large, who shared his faculty perspective with us, Ms. Terry, who spoke with us about the dual in the school opportunity for students. And I also want to thank my colleagues, I think Ms. Crenshaw and Ms. Convoy and Mr. Palmer and Ms. Thrower. I think a couple of my colleagues, I hate to start throwing names out there, but a number of my colleagues who have been assisting in the chat. Thank you all so much. And then finally, I want to give a big, huge thank you to PGCC TV and the production staff for ensuring that this event was a success. We hope that it was informative. Take a moment and capture that QR code for our evaluation, or click the link in the description to share your feedback on this session tonight. Thank you all for your time and have a good night.
Live from the Owl's Nest here at PGCC.
Have you seen all the great comments about dual and concurrent enrollment at Prince George's Community College?
For real.
And they're all 5-star. Look at this.
I took 8 classes and earned 25 credits that will transfer to my university.
I took an English course that counted towards my high school graduation.
Yeah, most PGCC dual enrollment students earn A's, B's, and C's in their courses. Here's another one.
I saved almost $1,000 and earned a 4.0 college GPA.
Dude, a 4.0? For real? Well, look, this one right here is from a parent.
Dual enrollment is absolutely the best thing you can do for your child to help them grow and experience the college environment firsthand.
Dude, was that your mom?
In fact, they all love dual and concurrent enrollment at PGCC.
But wait, there's more. After high school graduation, you could continue your studies at PGCC and earn an associate's degree or a certificate.
Plus, you may be eligible for scholarships to help cover the cost of tuition and fees.
For more information about dual and concurrent enrollment at Prince George's Community College, visit pgcc.edu/go/highschool.
Listen, don't let procrastination hold you back.
Prepare for what's next at Prince George's Community College. Train for the career of your dreams and secure your future. Earn an associate degree or a certificate and you could start pursuing your passion today.